The 90-Day Fiancé franchise displays the power struggles of international relationships. In every episode of the various shows, there is always one partner who is domineering and perceived as taking advantage of their calmer, more laid-back significant other. Fans become frustrated with innocent cast members who let their so-called lovers walk all over them. There are a host of relationship dynamics in play in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise. The person who wears the pants can shift based on which spin-off they appear on. For example, the international half of the couple may be more controlling on 90-Day Fiancé. The other way, and the American partner might call the shots on 90-Day Fiancé or 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. The overall tone of the relationship depends on where the couple lives, the interference of family members, a cast member's personality, and other important factors. The popular TLC franchise has developed a die-hard fanbase. It can be aggravating for fans of the show to see cast members with strong personalities manipulate their partners. When the more easygoing 90DF partner sees red flags, they often choose to ignore them, hoping that their other half will change. Fans think that the following cast members were taken advantage of by their partners on the show. Alina. Alina from 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 3 was taken advantage of by her American partner, Steven Johnston. Steven was unfaithful to his Russian girlfriend from the beginning. He forced his pure Mormon beliefs on Alina by making her stay celibate and get baptized in a church after marriage. However, Steven wasn't practicing what he preached. In fact, he seemed to be using his religion to control Alina. He admitted to cheating on her with multiple women while they were together. Alina asked her friend Masha to anonymously message Steven as a test to see if Masha's flirtatious comments would tempt him. During The Other Way Season 3 tell-all, Steven confessed to being in contact with 9 different women before moving to Turkey to be with Alina. The other cast members wondered why Alina was naive enough to stay with him, but she told everyone that she hoped Steven would change. Steven's ex-girlfriend Vanessa joined the tell-all, encouraging Alina to divorce him immediately. Only time will tell to see if Alina will grow tired of Steven's excuses. Natalie Mordovtseva. When Natalie Mordovtseva arrived in the US on 90-Day Fiancé Season 8, she wasn't on good terms with her fiancé Mike Youngquist. Mike had held a grudge toward Natalie ever since she gave her engagement ring back in Season 7. From the moment Natalie set foot in America, the two had trouble communicating. When Mike's mom Trish Youngquist came to visit, she had a feeling they were incompatible and predicted that the relationship wouldn't last. Natalie and Mike constantly fought and even went to couples therapy, but it didn't help at all. Mike purposely pushed the couple's wedding date to the last day of Natalie's K-1 visa stay because he had cold feet and couldn't trust her. Trish asked Mike's neighbor Tamara Authier to call off the wedding, but she refused. Natalie and Mike returned on Happily Ever After, Season 6, and their marriage became more toxic. On a trip to Oklahoma to see Trish, Mike was cold and distant toward Natalie. When Trish allegedly called Natalie a hooker on Thanksgiving Day, Mike denied it and sided with his mom instead of Natalie. Every time Natalie explained her issues with Trish to Mike, he put the blame on his wife. He didn't seem to realize that Trish was being abusive. Natalie kept to herself and never spoke up against her husband, but she knew that Mike wouldn't listen to her anyway. Natalie left Mike and moved to Florida because she couldn't stand being taken advantage of by him. She's back in the dating world on 90-Day, The Single Life Season 2. Brandon Gibbs. Brandon Gibbs was introduced as the wholesome only child of Ron and Betty Gibbs on 90 Day Fiancé Season 8. The Virginia resident and his fiancée Julia Trapkina were total opposites. Brandon is a quiet and reserved pest control technician who lives on a farm, and Julia is an outspoken exotic dancer from Russia. Julia didn't adjust well to moving in with Brandon and his parents. Ron and Betty welcomed their future daughter-in-law with open arms, but Julia became annoyed with their strict rules. She always accused Brandon of not being assertive enough. Brandon had to convince his parents to let them stay in the same room, and they gave in, but he was too scared to ask at first. Unhappily ever after, Season 6, Brandon and Julia left the farm. Julia forced Brandon to look for an apartment and wanted to move to a big city like Las Vegas. Brandon suggested that they move to Richmond so they could still live close to his parents. When Brandon's parents combined Ron's 70th birthday party with a post-wedding celebration, the newly married couple was offended because they didn't want to draw attention to themselves. Julia manipulated Brandon into thinking Ron and Betty were being overbearing when they only wanted the best for their son and his new wife. Julia has taken advantage of Brandon and his family because they have been so nice to her. The 90 Day Fiancé drama doesn't faze the couple since they are still married and living near Betty and Ron. Jenny Slatten starred in all 3 seasons of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way. Longtime fans of the show have seen Jenny's husband Sumit Singh take advantage of her. The international couple dated for 10 years, despite Sumit catfishing her and lying about being married to someone else. Jenny and Sumit's wedding plans were always delayed due to Sumit's excuses. The 90DF stars faced setbacks before they finally made it to the big day, and Jenny stood by her man, even when he played mind games with her. Sumit used their obstacles as reasons for not wanting to be married. Jenny had to renew her visa and wait for Sumit to finalize his divorce. The couple's biggest hurdle was convincing Sumit's parents Anil and Sadhna Singh to accept their relationship, which tested Jenny's patience with his family. Through it all, Jenny stuck with Sumit when she cold left him to go back to America. In The Other Way Season 3, Jenny and Sumit saw a light at the end of the tunnel. After the couple allowed Sumit's parents to stay with them, Anil and Sadhna stopped meddling in their relationship with the astrologer's blessing. Jenny and Sumit got permission to marry and applied for a marriage certificate. When the couple left the lawyer's office, Sumit called to hold the application without Jenny knowing. Jenny and Sumit eventually married in secret, keeping Sumit's family in the dark. Sumit planned to announce the news at the tell-all, but he was too nervous. The two are still married today, but Jenny is living with the guilt of not being appreciated by her in-laws. The stars of 90 Day Fiancé experience difficult situations in their relationships. When one partner is being taken advantage of by someone they care about, it causes them to rethink their choices. Sometimes, a partner chooses to stay out of fear of losing the person they love. Other times, they become fed up with being manipulated and decide to end the relationship. Whatever direction a 90DF couple goes in, they have to do what's right for themselves.